Are you a good picker of scripts and things, or do you get somebody else to help you pick?
Well, you get people to help you in terms of getting feedback. I have people like my agent or people who work with me. They will read it and read a script and tell me if they think it's if it's good. And because I'm so busy, I don't have time to read everything that comes along. And sometimes it's just something that I can see in a script that maybe no one else can, and I follow my own instincts about it. What I like is if somebody says, I never thought of you for this type of part, but then I thought, yeah, you would be good for it just for that very reason, and it would spark something in me that makes it different. You know, you and I were even talking a little bit about that, you know, mentioning some things that sometimes you need that from an outside source in order to stimulate you and get you inspired almost or revved up about doing something different.
And he set the bar for a crazy father-in-law alongside Ben Stiller and the Fokker clan.
All right, now look, Fokker, I'm a patient man. That's what 19 months in a Vietnamese prison camp will do to you. But I will be watching you, studying your every move.
While they were a commercial success, some critics lamented that they were trivial roles beneath an actor of his stature.
That's fine. They can criticize whatever, and they could be right. I want to do those things. You can't please everybody all the time, or even part of the time. And I mean, personally, I always try to listen, because I might be not, maybe I'm not getting something. I always try and take everybody's, because it's important to listen to everyone, as many people as you can, and get their input. But then finally, you have to make your own decision about what you're going to do, and that's it. That's what you feel, and that's it. And that's the most important thing, I think, the most important thing, because that's where the uniqueness comes in, because it's you, you've done it, it's your thing. It's not anybody else's, it's your choice. It's difficult for me to come up with advice for you who have already set upon your life's work, but I can tell you some of the things I tell my own children. First, whatever you do, don't go to Tisch School of the Arts. Get an accounting degree instead. Then I contradict myself. And as corny as it sounds, I tell them don't be afraid to fail. I urge them to take chances, to keep an open mind, to welcome new experiences and new ideas. I tell them that if you don't go, you'll never know. You have to have have to be bold and go out there and take your chances. Thank you for inviting me to celebrate with you today. Tisch graduates, you made it. And you're f***ed. Think about that. The graduates from the College of Nursing, they all have jobs. The graduates from the College of Dentistry, fully employed. The Leonard N. Stern School of Business graduates, they're covered. The School of Medicine graduates, each one will get a job. The proud graduates of the NY School of Law, they're covered. And if they're not, who cares? They're lawyers. The English majors are not a factor. They'll be home writing their novels. Teachers, they'll all be working. Jobs, lousy pay, yeah, but still working. The graduates in accounting, they all have jobs. Where does that leave you? Envious of those accountants? I doubt it. They had a choice. Maybe they were passionate about accounting, but I think it's more likely that they used reason and logic and common sense to reach for a career that could give them the expectation of success and stability. Reason, logic, common sense at the Tisch School of Arts? Are you kidding me? But you didn't have that choice, did you? You discovered a talent, developed an ambition, and recognized your passion. When you feel that, you can't fight it. You just go with it. When it comes to the arts, passion should always trump common sense. You aren't just following dreams, you're reaching for your destiny. You're a dancer, a singer, a choreographer, a musician, a filmmaker, a writer, a photographer, a director, a producer, an actor,
an artist. Yeah, you're The good news is that that's not a bad place to start. Now that you've made your choice, or rather succumbed to it, your path is clear. Not easy, but clear. You have to keep working. It's that simple.
What is the one thing that you want people to think or to know about you?
I don't know. Whatever. I mean, you know, I try my best. I don't know.
You don't give a damn.
What?
You don't give a damn about what people
I
think.
care, but I don't know about this. You know, I just I try to do my best at doing the right thing, if you will. Not always, but so I hope I'm perceived as that or appreciated for that.
And when young actors come to you looking for advice, what do you tell them?
I tell them just to keep at it and not be, you know, discouraged by if you're going for, say, readings and stuff like that. You have to always try your best and not really just follow your instincts more than so you can be free and easy about it, as opposed to assume that you're not going to get it. So you have more of a devil-may-care attitude about it. I think that helps a lot.
Why, at this stage, did you decide to direct a picture? Was it because of the particular subject matter or because you'd had a yearning to direct?
Well, I always wanted to direct a movie. I've always, since I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I just never got around to it. I finally started realizing as I was getting older, by, you know, my early 40s, that I better really do it. It's either now or I'm never going to do it.
How did you get into entrepreneurship? Was it something that when you were young, you got inspired about it? Or, because I know your father was an artist and your mother as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, I mean, I've always been wanting to act or direct. But then these opportunities came along, and I felt, let's just take advantage of them, like Nobu. And when I went to Nobu years ago, over 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and I said, if you ever want to open, I went to Matsuhisa, his first restaurant. I said, if you ever want to open a restaurant, I was there one time, I said, and then I went many times after, but I said, if you ever want to open a restaurant in New York, just let me know, you know, because it was, to me, it was a no-brainer.